And they also, the Bible teaches us what to say and what not to say. And like you said, nobody could have told me anything. That's because they're actually not supposed to. They're actually we're supposed to weep with those that weep. That's the best thing that we can do, is be there sitting with them in the grief. And words are usually not helpful. There's only one phrase, and we'll talk about that in a little while. There's only one phrase that people are allowed to say when someone's in heavy grief, and it's about God, And so that's a beautiful thing, that you want to be there for your sister, and that you share that loss together, But this actually, I'm so happy you're here, because that's what I felt like. What do I say? What do I do? How do I be there for people? And as I said earlier, I poured over all these videos and all kinds of things, and I feel like I finally have some answers. And we all need answers, because we're all going to go through loss, right? We're all going to go through loss. We're all going to be in that situation where it's like, there's my sister, there's my loved one, and they're in pain, and what do I say? And what do I do? So the good news is, there are some things that we're going to learn in this conference that we can say and we can do that will help not only the grieving person, but it'll help us, because it's an awkward, painful thing not to know what to do. So thank you for sharing that. Yeah. Okay. We're going to talk about another part of grief, which is crying. And there's all sorts of things wrapped up around crying in our society. And I would like to just throw some things out there together, just throw out what you've heard about tears, or what you have been taught about crying over the years. Just you can shout out anything. Just for example, I'll start. I was taught from 4 years old on, in a very traumatic situation, beyond almost anything I ever experienced in life. And I came and I told my grandma, and the first thing she said, and I forgive her, by the way, she was probably told the same thing. So I have nothing against my grandma, but this is what she said: "Good little girls don't cry." And so I just went through this like shock wave, of, wow, I can't cry. I can't talk about it. I can't shed a tear over, I don't know what I was thinking at 4 years old, but I just remember it was a life changer for me, and not for the good. And so that message, "Good little girls don't cry," stuck with me the rest of my life. And I have done lots of healing on it, inner healing, and I finally got to the place where I could cry and not feel like a bad girl, But it's still not easy for me. It's still, I actually envy, in a good way, people who can just cry. It's like, how did they do that? That looks so easy for them, And it's getting easier and easier for me. But, that's not just a message for